On one of the coldest days of the winter, right after Ronald Reagan's second inauguration, hundreds of members of the American agriculture movement came to Chicago to protest the government's farm policies. Their focus was the Chicago Board of Trade. They claimed that speculators were making money at the expense of farmers. This videotape is an independent observation of what happened during 2 days of protest and what has been a complex and ongoing public policy issue. Is this a revolution?
Well, I think as far as the family farm system is concerned, we're in the 11th hour. If we don't turn this thing around, then we're going to lose that family farm system.
In 1985, it will determine whether the family farmer of this country exists any longer or not. And when this happens, and when we are gone, and your big corporations are going to take over, your insurance companies, your oil companies, the federal government, and when this happens, the food is going to be in the hands of a few.
But I see this as having vast ramifications for the future of our whole nation. If we want to have a strong economy, the place to begin is with the agriculture, which is the foundation of the economy of this country.
What we're trying to say is if the family farm goes, we're talking about the very base of the economy being so radically altered and our own future being so vastly jeopardized.
We're depleting our natural resources, and the farmer is a natural resource. He really is.
But right now we're pushing for people of the cities to help us, because we can explain to them why their unemployment is so high in the city. It's because American farmers are not buying anymore. We're the largest industry in the world, and we're totally broke. We can't buy anymore, and we can't buy. They can't build tractors. When they can't build tractors, they don't need steel workers anymore. So we're trying to relate to the city people, you know, that if they'll help us solve our problem, we'll solve their problem.
If American agriculture had gotten parity for the last 32 years, there would be no public and private debt, and there would be no federal deficit in this country right now. When they substituted parity debt for parity agriculture, they begin to create the debt that this country is wallowing in now. And this is a lot of what's happened right here. The profits that should have went to agriculture have gone to this group right here in the last 32 years.
We're blocking the right-of-way over here. Want to step back behind the barricade, please?
Okay. Let's get the other side, fellas.
Can we back away from the barricade a little bit? Hey, get that guy in the front side. Tell them to be arrested when they go in.
What's that way?
When I went farming and I farmed for 10.
Hey, the last back. Come on.
What we're hoping to be able to do, Phil, is to bring attention to the destruction of our family farm system and the reason why, and to bring attention to what we feel is the most unjust, unfair marketing system imaginable. We've got the Chicago Board of Trade and the Mercantile that sets the prices on agriculture products. We've got a marketing system that allows people to sell our product before they ever buy it from us. Total disregard for our cost of production and our need for a reasonable return. We have speculative short selling that allows people to sell a product they don't own, have no money tied up in, sell it short, the price goes down, and they make a profit while we're out there trying to compete in the cash market, and it keeps driving our prices down. Also, the large grain companies can sell the grain before they buy it from us at their price, and then through the manipulation and the speculative short selling can drive the price down and then buy the grain from the farmers, and the farther they drive our price down, and the more they make. In 1983, for every bushel of soybeans the farmers produced, they sold 38 bushels through that speculative short selling, and that doesn't reflect supply and demand. It just simply reflects a gambling house up here.
You know, that just doesn't seem right to me, that they can trade my product before I even plant it, and they can trade it before I even harvest it, and they never ask me can they trade it or buy it, and they never take possession of the product. So really, if these people want to gamble, I suggest they go to, you know, to Las Vegas and instead of gambling with the farmer's future.
And these are very powerful people. We've met with the officials of the Chicago Board of Trade and Mercantile on 2 different occasions, and, you know, simply sitting down and say, please, you know, will you sit down with us and let's try to work out these problems. It just doesn't seem to work.
The reason why we have liquidity in this marketplace is because there are speculators available to trade. I would suggest to those individuals who are concerned about speculators in this marketplace that if there were no such speculators to trade on a daily basis in our markets, that the producer would be subject to the whim and caprice of whomever he had to sell to, whether it's his elevator or whether it's a large grain firm. Last week, we set up a meeting with the USDA and Mr. Kreitz. We informed him that we don't set prices here. We have many buyers and sellers from throughout the world, and we sympathize with the plight of the marginal farmer. We are not the cause of this problem. It's a problem we suggest that he go to Washington, speak with the administration, speak with Congress, and he might have better successes there than he would have here.
Hey, Wayne, what's the deal?
If you look around and see the people that's here, you know, they're not a bunch of wild-eyed radicals. They're family farmers. They're the backbone of this country, and they're standing up. And, you know, I think if there was ever a time that this country needed the American farmer to get off of their back and then down on their knees and then stand up on their feet, that time is now. And it doesn't take violence and it doesn't take bloodshed. It just takes good people to quit taking this great country of ours for granted and get involved.
Sir, why are you being arrested, sir?
If you have anything of value, it has to come from nature, and it has to take some labor to produce it, or you won't appreciate it and give it any value. Nature is the mother, labor's the father.